All right, what is up, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy, coming to you live talking about the NBA DFS breakdown for today. So, we are live, like I said, on Twitter, which is at the top of my screen, which I'm going to adjust that real fast. And then we have YouTube at the bottom of my screen. So, basically, on my laptop, I have YouTube. On the top, I have Twitter. So, basically, what I wanted to do is kind of break down this NBA DFS slate. So I have DraftKings in my Discord pulled up with the injury news and stuff like that that's happening right now. So basically, what I like to do is I like to go over kind of each position, each team, and then kind of go from there. So let me start getting everything out. Like I said, typing it in on the Discord, saying that I'm live. And then it should be live on Twitter right now. And let's begin. So I'm going to pull up DraftKings on my iPad so we can kind of go over the slate. So let's go over the first game of the night, but also let's go over a couple injuries that we have noticed. So we have Tobias Harris unlikely playing tonight, which that's kind of big news for the Philly team, especially if you're playing the showdown with Golden State and Philly. But let me, like I said, pull up DraftKings, which I am doing right now, and we can go over this. So let's start with game by game, and let's kind of just do Cleveland versus Detroit. So there hasn't been much any other news-wise about the injuries other than just the same Larry Nance and Jeremiah Grant being out, and still Corey Joseph and Mason Plumlee still out. So like I said, not much has changed for the roles of Detroit and Cleveland. So I still like me some Darius Garland and Colin Sexton. I don't mind any of them. They're okay prices. Jared Allen, we know how that's going to go at 7,500. But the thing is, the Pistons are an interesting value to me. I really like the Pistons because of you have guys that I'm assuming are going to want to get the long of minutes, like the younger guys like an Isaiah Stewart and Sadiq Bey. I don't imagine guys like possibly Henry Diallo or even Freight Jackson getting a ton of minutes because they are the kind of quote unquote older type of players, even though they're still kind of young. But compared to Killian Hayes or a guy like Sadiq Bey or Saban Lee, they're all rookies in this league. And they're a lot more, basically, have a lot more to build up on wise compared to a Freight Jackson prototype. So, in my opinion, I love me some Isaiah Stewart. I love me some Sadiq Bey. And then Henrik Diallo and Killian Hayes, I'd rather get to Killian Hayes than Henrik Diallo. It's just a personality for me. I don't think Henrik Diallo is playing a lot of minutes or even quality, in my opinion, from what he's done on the Thunder. So, in my opinion, give me Killian Hayes over him. Let's move over to Chicago and Boston, which we have news on. So, on the Boston squad, there's no Kimba. So, we just got that news. So, that's going to be interesting to see what that means for this team, which, in my opinion, what this means is it's going to be Peyton Pritchard time. I love Peyton Pritchard. At 3,400, you cannot go wrong with him. He's a great option. I mean, he's going to get starter minutes. We just got also news Steph Curry is probable to play on Monday, so I was looking at that on my phone. But like I said, let's focus on Boston right now. Peyton Pritchard, 3,400 is a great play. Marcus Smart is expected to play, even though the illness has been kind of going around with him, Tatum, and Brown. But like I said, we have Marcus Smart playing at 6,700, which I definitely do like. He can get even the point guard minutes, so I don't mind going to him. Jaylen Brown at 8,400. I like the matchup for him a ton also. You can definitely give me some Jaylen Brown. This is also the fringe narrative for Daniel Tice on the Chicago side. So what does that mean for Daniel Tice? I think he's a great value. I think the narrative for him, and I think that basically the allotment of minutes he's getting, 23, 20, 27, 27, he's getting you there at the minutes he's playing. So we also just got news that Tobias Harris is doubtful now, so we'll get to him in the next game. But focusing on this Boston and Chicago game, Miles Turner's out on Monday. So, like I said, news is going to be filled again. If y'all want to hit me up in the chats also, if y'all have any questions or stuff like that, or want to add any comments, definitely hit me up in the chats. Like I said, I'm trying to get used to doing live streams. I'm just normally used to just recording on Zoom. So live streams are just kind of a new breed for me. But like I said, Chicago and Boston. So on the Boston side, Tatum's in play. Jaylen Brown's in play. With no Kimba, I'm loving Peyton Pritchard as a value option. And then Tristan Thompson with no Williams, I don't mind going to him at 4,700. On the Chicago side, Vucevic 9.9, he's a contrarian on to get to him. Looking at that young 5,500s, he's an okay option, but it's just hard to get to still. And then let's just go ahead and move on to Golden State and Philly. What's up, Sriracha? My man. So, looking at the Philly and Golden State side, so Kent Bazemore is going to remain in the starting lineup. I just got that. So, with Kent Bazemore now, and that worries me about Kelly Oubre at 6'2". I don't really want to get much of Kelly Oubre just because I know Kent Bazemore is going to get way more minutes than him. And looking at Steph Curry, we need that Steph Curry news at 10-5. That's going to be big news for us. We need to depend on what happens with him because that could change my Draymond Green and my Wiggins picks. I hate playing Andrew Wiggins with a passion. I don't like it at all. Steph Curry likely to play Monday. Kelly Oubre will play off the bench. Okay, so we just, like I said, we just got that news. So I love me some Steph Curry at 10-5. I don't mind him at all. Looking at Draymond Green at 7-3, I like him over Andrew Wiggins, in my opinion. And then if we're dropping down to Kevon Looney, I don't mind him at 4,000 with still no Toscano Anderson. He's going to have to go against Embiid. We just got to watch for foul trouble. And on the Philly side, so Joel Embiid should smash. I mean, he's easily the top pay-up option on the slate. Looking at a guy like Korkmaz, I think he's going to have to fill in the role for Tobias Harris. But then again, we just be careful with Korkmaz because he's very dependent on the steals, is what I'm trying to say in the assist. If he does not get the steals or assist, he's not going to get you there. So that's the main key to concern of that. And then we need the Ben Simmons news. Ben Simmons is dealing with the illness also. So if he's out at 7-8, that's a great price tag if he's in play, though. And then let's move on to OKC and Washington. We haven't got much news in this game. Really not much other than Dort's out, which Dort's news. Dort has been good. He's been good on lately. The streak that he's been on, and now that he's out, that opens up Baisley a ton for me. I don't mind Baisley. I don't mind Moses Brown. Looking at Theo Maledon, 5'6", I'd rather get to Pokasetsky. And then looking at Kendrick Williams, not really for me at 4'8". But then again, we also got to keep in mind that Isaiah Roby is out. So because of Isaiah Roby being out, you can get a little bit more of Tony Bradley possibly at 4'3". So just kind of keeping that in mind. On the Washington side, Westbrook, Beal, they're both in play. I would much rather go to Westbrook, though. And then looking at the rest of the team, Bertans is in play as a value at 4'3" if you want to go to him. Houston and Miami. So big news for Miami. There's no Bam Adebayo. So at 8-1, that's definitely going to be in play. So what I mean by that is we need to know the Jimmy Butler news. Jimmy Butler 9-6. If there is no Bam, or if Jimmy Butler's out, this team is going to be in a whole conniption because there's also no Tyler Hero. So a reason Duncan Robinson season? Possibly. Kendrick Nunn season? Possibly. So that we need to kind of wait and see more about this Miami team because this Miami team is going to be a value option if Jimmy B's out. So, but on the Houston side, John Wall's in at 7'9". You can certainly get to him he's a good option on an 8K. Christian Wood 8'6" with no Bam. He should smash now. I definitely do like that. Kelly O at 6'9". I don't mind him either, but I'd rather try to get to Jayshawn Tate at 6'6". So moving on to San Antonio and Indiana. So looking at these two teams on the San Antonio side, same old same. Y'all know how it goes. This team is very, very balanced. So we kind of need to be careful with who we pick on this team. But for me, it's DeRozan at 8,000. I like this option a ton. Jonathan Murray at 7'3". I don't mind him either. Pirtle is okay at 6'2". But the more interesting news is on the other side of this game with no Miles Turner. So could it be Goga season? It certainly could be. So we could get a lot of Goga now with possibly no Miles Turner. 3,900 for Goga. He's in play. He's definitely in play. And then looking at Sabonis at 9.4. I wish he was 8.4. So the deal with him is he's still questionable. We need to wait and see what happens with Sabonis. Brogdon over LeVert for me any day of the week. Let's move on to Phoenix and Milwaukee. So last three games of the slate, Phoenix and Milwaukee. So on the Phoenix side, this team is certainly still balanced. I hate playing this team when they're on the slate. I don't like this team at all because we know kind of where the production is going to go. It's going to be Chris Paul, Ayton, and Booker. But what happens when they're facing a good defensive team like the Bucks? That's going to be the scary thing. So for me, it's mainly Devin Booker at 8'8" and DeAndre Ayton at 6'8". I think they're an okay matchup, but still, this Milwaukee team is good defensively. So let's talk about Milwaukee, though. Giannis is definitely in play at 10-6. Drew Holiday over Middleton, that's just a coin flip. You never really know with those two guys. And DiVincenzo's in play now at 5'9", so that kind of pushes me away from Brian Forbes. Memphis and Denver. So this Memphis team, give me all of Morant at 7-2. I know he's been super scary every now and then, but I don't mind him here. And then Grayson Allen at 4-8. You can certainly get to him with no Melton possibly. We're just going to wait and see. And if there's no Brandon Clark, you can fire up Kyle Anderson because it's going to be Kyle Anderson season. So let's look at Denver. Jokic, smash option, so is Michael Porter Jr. Both those guys are in play. You get to play both of them, plain and simple. That's who I want. That's who I want to lock in. I'm going to lock in Will Barton also at 5-9. Give me a lot of this Denver team. And then last but not least, Utah and the Lakers. So on the Utah side, Gobert, Conley, both in play. There's no Mitchell, obviously, so give me some Clarkson and Ingles. Bog, as long as the shot's flying for him, he's in play. And on the Lakers, it's plain and simple. Get you short air and Drummond. Easy does it. So, like I said, thank y'all for tuning in to the live stream. I just kind of wanted to break down this slate really quick and fast before the slate locks in about an hour or so. If y'all have any more questions, definitely hit me up on Twitter or in the Discord. So, like I said, guys, I know this is kind of a raw experience. This is the live stream, so I'm definitely going to want to do more live streams as time goes on and kind of get more comfortable with it. But again, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Have a great and safe rest of your day.